Now look, I know you see the title, but hear me out. This is X, the main character of To Be Hero X, and yes, it might not look better than the Spider-Verse, but god dang it, this animation godly. For decades, 3D animation studios played it safe, but this new Chinese anime might push the limits of 2D and 3D like we've never seen before. I mean, look at this doesn't even look like an anime, bro, oh my gosh. But hold on, how did we get here? Pixar perfected that photorealistic 3D look with fibers on Mr. Incredible's shirt and ultra detailed grass and up. Disney occasionally snuck 3D elements into their 2D films, like the Clock Tower and the Great Mouse Detective, but they worked hard to make sure you couldn't tell what was hand-drawn and what was computer-generated. Even when companies wanted to try something different, investor pressure would force them back to that Pixar look. Disney's Bolt was supposed to look highly stylized based on its concept art, but it got flattened into that same safe 3D style that dominated the 2000s. Behind the scenes though, animation rebels were experimenting. The Peanuts 2015 quietly brought comic strip aesthetics to 3D, animating characters in twos instead of one, basically meaning poses only changed every other frame instead of every frame. It gave that stop motion feel reminiscent of hand-drawn animation, but few people noticed the revolution that was about to happen. Then Into the Spider-Verse exploded onto the screen in 2018 and shattered every single rule. It wasn't just animation on tubes. Spider-Verse deliberately broke its physically based renderer. Instead of making objects look realistic, they added halftone dots, comic book action lines, and hand-drawn effects over 3D models. They removed motion blur and added offset printing errors to make it feel like a comic book come to life. But most importantly, they weren't hiding their technique. They were celebrating them. The Mitchells vs. the Machines took those techniques into a paintlier direction. The Bad Guys simplified character designs to mimic 2D animation while keeping dimensional depth. Puss in Boots and The Last Wish brilliantly switched between frame rates during action scenes. Normal moments were smooth, but fights suddenly became choppy and stylized with smears and multiple. Even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem tried to go further beyond their 3D limits. Also, I went to see that movie and it was so trash, bro. Don't watch it. While the West was just discovering this revolution, China was quietly building its own animation empire. Most people don't know that China's animation history actually stretches back all the way to 1941 when the Wan brothers created Princess Iron Fan, Asia's first animated film. This groundbreaking work actually inspired Osamu Tezuka, the literal godfather of manga and creator of Astro Boy. And the amount of times I said this man's name on my channel is getting insane. China had its animation golden era until the Cultural Revolution brutally crushed artistic expression in the 1960s. But after decades in the shadows, Chinese animation known as donghua started its comeback in the 2000s. Slash animation like Xiao Xiao, I hope I said that right, spread like wildfire across the internet with their iconic stick figure fight. As China's digital platforms like Bilibili, their equivalent of YouTube, grew larger, so did their animation industry. Recent donghua like Link Quick, Fog Hill of the Five Elements, and The King's Avatar were all showcasing China's rapidly advancing animation techniques. But what makes Chinese animation truly stand out isn't just technical skill, it's their cultural perspective. Donghua draws heavily from Taoist philosophy, traditional Chinese mythology, and martial arts culture. This creates a fundamentally different approach to storytelling, character design, and action choreography. That's just cool as hell, like bro, oh my gosh. Now, after years of building all of that experience and talent, Chinese animation is ready to revolutionize hybrid animation with To Be Hero X. So now, let's break down the animation techniques, the fights, and why this might change the animation game forever. Okay, so here's what I've gathered from the trailers. Welcome to the world of To Be Hero X. This world is built straight on clouds. Heroes don't just get powers from a random meteor or some radioactive bug bite. Sorry for dissing my boy Spider-Man. They get them from pure, unfiltered public trust. If enough people think you can fly, boom, you're Superman. If they think you're trash, those powers vanish faster than my subscribers after this video. Think about it, it's basically if Instagram could actually give or take away superpowers. Your abilities are literally determined by how many people can meet ride for you. This is some Black Mirror type jump, bro. In this world, heroes walk around with their trust values displayed on their wrist, basically like Chinese social credit. I'm sorry. Every 2 years, the top heroes gather for a tournament that's basically the Clout Olympics. Your performance determines your rank, and whoever reaches number 1 gets crowned X, the ultimate superhero influencer. The show follows the top 10 heroes, and these characters are wild. You've got Nice at rank 10, and for being the flashiest guy I've seen in the entire anime so far, he's pretty low rank, bro. That's just saying something, right? I mean, look at him. He's got to be annoying as heck. Conde at number 9, Trap at number 8, Lucky Shear at 7, Lori at 6, and all the way up at number 3 we have Dragon. Sorry I skipped these guys. I couldn't understand what my boy was saying, bro. And at number 2 we have Queen and the undisputed champion X at number 1. X is his name, literally. It's just X. Each one has their own drip, powers, and vibe, but they're all fighting to either keep or steal the top spot. Anyone can become a hero in this system. You don't need to be born special or have rich parents who own a tech company. You just need to make people believe in you by any means necessary. This opens the door for some straight devious gameplay. Imagine faking heroic acts, manipulating the media, or sabotaging other heroes just to climb the ranks. The possibility for absolute villainy in this world is endless, bro. I'm hyped to see what they do. What makes this even crazier is that there are 2 separate animation studios working full-time on this show. One department for 3D segments and another department for 2D parts. That means every visual style gets the full treatment with zero compromises, and let me tell you, the fight scenes we've gotten a glimpse of in the trailers are insane. I've compiled 3 fight scenes for you guys that I want to take a look at real fast. Now, the first fight made me tingle a little bit, bro. No homo. It's Queen's introduction trailer. Now, if you want to go check out all the character introduction trailers, I'm gonna link a playlist down below because they're all insane, but this one introduces my girl Queen, rank 3. Now, I don't know who these unks are, but don't even worry about it. Kid Queen, I'm assuming, jumps into a door, and then this big boots dude come up ready to throw hands. Now, what I think is happening is one of the tournaments I mentioned earlier. I mean, there's a whole stadium here, so it's definitely some type of tournament, but the fight itself looks like a freaking movie. Every frame is so detailed. I mean, bro, he hitting her with guard breaks, ultimates, she going crazy, he going crazy. Who is this? Okay, now let's look at the next one, Lucky's introduction trailer. This one is no fighting at all, but it's just a pure flex. I mean, okay, look, if every frame of this anime is gonna look like this, oh my gosh, we are in for something, bro. This is giving me heavy Vivi Fluorite vibes right now, and I'm assuming we're in some type of city. Nonetheless, the animation here was so crisp, and I just had to throw it in here. Next, we have the big one, probably the one everyone's seen and the one in the intro, featuring the man, the myth, the legend himself, X. One of the couple things I noticed from this fight and a couple other trailers is that X kind of seems to be a Clark Kent type of character. He stars as this nerdy guy and turns into X. I could be completely wrong, so take it with a grain of salt. But these masked Fortnite guards looking dudes come out the cut trying to jump a dog. Come on, bro. Why they had to pull out shadow clones to jump a dog? The Fortnite guards start running up on X, and that's when things get beautiful. My boy starts switching between 2D, 3D, 2D, 3D, fighting inside of 2D walls like Mario Paint type jump. But X's ability seems to be creation, or some type of creation ability like that. And he's also definitely some type of reality warp who can create weapons from scratch. Now, there's so many other characters and trailers, like this one with Nice fighting this random villain, or this one with Soul Electric showcasing some more insane animation, and it's plenty more. And if you're as hype as me, I want you to hit that like button, but not too hard because YouTube might take away my trust points, bro. And with that being said, love you.